Hi, my name is Tyvis Powell, former Ohio State Buckeye and national champion DB. Welcome to the Buckeye Cast. These guys was born and bred in the Buckeye State, and they like to talk Buckeye football and drink bourbon. Subscribe to the show. Now pour up a drink and pull up a stool. Here's your host, Joe Warwick. Get him, Joe.
Thank you. We will get them. Folks, we are live on Facebook, Instagram. We'll see how long Instagram lasts. Who knows? Not Facebook, actually Twitter. Whatever it doesn't matter. Stephen Cherry is the only one watching us on Twitter anyways. So we know we'll get his comments and predictions later. Please subscribe to the show. Support the show. You can go shopping on thebuckeyecast.com. Check out all the gear up there. It is on sale today. Thebuckeyecast.com. Get a shirt, long sleeve tee, quarter zip, shirt, hat, the whole nine. And hey, if you really want to do us a favor, share the show with a friend, whether it's through YouTube Live, if you're watching there, or Twitter, whatever. We have a huge podcast audience, so if you're listening on podcast, this would be Tuesday mornings, I release the audio of the shows. So, yeah, take your mom's phone and subscribe to the show. She won't notice the difference. So, yeah, we are back Monday nights. Just want to reiterate, this is our new time going forward. Monday nights, 8 p.m. Eastern. So, we look forward to seeing you there. Now, you might notice a question for the chat. I already dropped it down in the little banner below, and we can talk about this. We're still waiting for Jeff. I got Shawn in here. Who knows?
You send it to Jeff's new number?
Yes, definitely.
There you go.
I can confirm that. I took the time to fix that the other day. Yeah. Anyway. What else? Haven't heard from him yet. So, yeah. Question for the chat. Right off the top, we'll have a couple more questions as I remember them. Does Bo Jackson break 100 yards on the road at Illinois this week? He hasn't yet. I don't think we've had a 100-yard rusher yet this season. Does Bo Jackson crack the 100-yard mark? I don't know. Illinois is supposed to have a good defense. We'll get into it later, though. What else? Shawn, should we hold out to do the good, bad, and uglies until Jeff is here?
Or he can just fill us in on his when he gets in.
All right. Well, if you're ready with your good, let's go ahead and start with the GBUs.
Gosh, there's just so much to pick from here. Hate to pigeonhole myself, but I'll just go ahead and go with Julian Sayin. Huge day. That kid is completing 80% of his passes on the year. I don't think I've seen a ball this year. They all come out and they look like perfect spirals. He drops them in the bucket. He puts it where, I don't think I've seen him throw a bad ball. It just, Julian Sayin, and I mean, the kid's coming together, and watch out, because I don't think there's a quarterback in the country that's better than him right now.
Okay. That's a solid choice. That's a good start.
Freshman of the Week honors also. Big Ten.
Yes. Yeah, definitely. So many angles here. I think you got to go Carnell Tate. I mean, easy pull, right? I mean, the guy had a career day. He had like 2 career days, honestly. 9 catches on 10 targets, 183 and a touch. Had the long of 49. So, hey, college
you
football
could easily
nerds.
go Smith. I mean, the catches he is making.
Yeah. College football nerds, does Julian Sayin throw a good deep ball now? Is he accurate now? You
I
fucking
mean,
cocksuckers.
can you believe they look? Oh my gosh, I'm excited for that kid.
Yeah, it's going well. So yeah, I got to go Carnell. I mean, that's fine. I got some highlights here to show you guys where half of the Minnesota defense just when Jeremiah goes in motion, they just roll to his side and Carnell's left with just single coverage on a corner who he just roasts right off the line. We'll get to that. All right, so good. Shawn has Julian Sayin. I got Carnell Tate for your bad. Shawn, what do you got?
I think this might be my third time I've had this exact bad.
Hmm.
Opening drive defense.
Okay.
Teams come down and drive right down the field on that opening drive. I feel like it's at least the third time it's happened. And then, of course, we buckle up and shut everything down from there going forward.
Hmm.
I'd just like to see us shut down that first drive.
Yeah. Yeah, but I think it's by design, honestly, because the what's that kid's name? Drake Lindsey, the quarterback for Minnesota, said after the game that after the first drive, the first snap of the second drive, it was a completely different defense.
I know. I just watched that.
So,
I watched that interview. I mean, I got to say, you've never liked the guy. I've always kind of liked PJ Fleck, and what he said afterwards, and that quarterback kid,
yeah.
just how they raved about our D. Like, oh my gosh.
Yeah, the farther I get away from the row the boat stuff, like when he first started doing that stuff, it's like, come on, man, nobody's buying that bullshit. But he stuck with it, and now PJ seems like he's not just a used car salesman anymore. He actually is trying to coach. So yeah, I'll leave him alone and respect what he says. So he said this is the best defense he's seen in his 13 years as coach. So okay. But yeah, I think it says something when the starting quarterback is like, they completely changed the defense in the second series. So
You got to have. I mean, and not only do you have to have the coaching that Patricia's given you on that side, and the skilled players, which we obviously have. You got to have the knowledge for the players to execute that type of stuff. Not all teams and players can just keep changing the looks like that quick
right.
and that smooth. That's
Yeah,
tough.
it's a high level of intelligence
High
on
level.
that defense. Yeah, not just your
Yeah, the
everyday.
defense just isn't see ball get ball anymore. These guys are got a lot
Right.
more to think about.
Yeah, and then it helps when you have a Caleb Downs out there, orchestrating things from the back end, telling guys where to get lined up, what their job is. And he's not even the green dot. I mean, Sonny is the green dot at linebacker. So
Right?
he's calling the defense through Patricia, but
Maybe
yeah,
maybe 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 Downs is the one talking to Sonny in the headset. Okay.
maybe they got their own little system
See
going
if
on.
see if he's got a mic. Downs might have a mic, and he's the one telling Sonny what to do.
Right.
I'm
Exactly.
joking, folks.
Yeah. Those are just jokes. Yeah.
Oh, but so I did want to give one more since you brought up the quarterback and Fleck, or I did. I'll give one more good out to Tom Weston, 7 for 356, 50.9 average
Who the
for
hell is that?
that's their punter. And they went
Oh,
on and on in that game about who's Flex idol? Jim Tressel. That's why he wears the tie. And Tressel
right.
couldn't be more proud. 7 punts, 50.9 average. That is beating the boots off that ball. Hats
Yeah, that's
off,
nice.
Weston. MVP for Minnesota.
Nice. Yeah, he had plenty of practice. Yeah. Okay. That's solid. So for my bad, it's hard to find something in this Buckeye game to bitch about. I feel like going off the board and like jumping ship and pointing at James Franklin or something, or Jim
That's
Knowles.
allowable in this segment. I feel we do
Good,
that.
good. Then let's go Jim Knowles, because everybody hates him anyways in Buckeye Nation. So that's bad.
That's so bad.
You got fucking smoked by Nico in UCLA and by a touchdown. Like, it wasn't close ever. They tried to make it close at the end, but
it wasn't 17-10 by a touchdown.
No. It was 42 points.
Yeah.
Man. What are we even doing here? Looking at the box score, I mean, just go look at the team stats if you really want an eye-opener. 446 yards of total offense allowed by Penn State. Wow. So I got to think that Dan Lanning and maybe the entire Ducks team, they should get a free meal at Mastro's there in Malibu or something. At least Nobu, they beat Penn State at least 1.5 times here. They deserve partial credit, don't you think?
Probably.
Everybody thought that Penn State's just going to roll out there, the number 7 team in the country, roll over UCLA.
Well, UCLA hasn't shown a heartbeat. They have led exactly, before that game, they led exactly 0 seconds of any game.
Right. I know. Jim Knowles, highest paid coordinator in the league, or in college football, highest paid assistant coach at 3.1, 3.3 mil, whatever it is. It's not even close. The next guy's like 2.5. So
what do you think it is? I mean, they've got dudes. They've got more talent than UCLA. Let's put it that way. But he doesn't have Ohio State's dudes.
For sure.
He don't have Caleb Downs.
No, but that's top level. That's like best defensive player in the country almost, I mean, yeah, Penn State doesn't have a guy like that you can label. And Nico just went out there and balled out. I mean, I give a lot of credit to Nico. I give a lot of credit to Joffrey Lannister, the offensive coordinator, Rick Neuheisel's kid. He might not have actually been calling in plays sometimes. He forgot to push the button on the walkie-talkie. So Nico just called his own plays occasionally. So it seemed like just a shit show on that sideline. But tell you what, man, Penn State's in big fucking trouble.
They are.
Big trouble. Don't forget they come to Columbus. A 3-loss Penn State with a loss to UCLA on your resume. I don't know how you could expect a committee to get you into the playoffs.
Well, who's the rest of their schedule? I mean, if they're playing, I think they play Indiana too. Indiana looks like they might be a pretty damn good football team.
Well, they're going to put up points, and we know Penn State has a problem with that, right? Especially against decent teams. They got Iowa. I think Iowa's going to be a challenge. Then us in back-to-back weeks. Then Indiana, Sparty, Nebraska, Rutgers. But that's a tough 3-week stretch. Iowa, Ohio State, Indiana. They got Northwestern this week, a get-right game.
I mean, yeah, I think Indiana beats them.
It's possible. If Nico can put up 42 on you, anything's possible, right? Kevin Garnett?
I wonder what Knowles is thinking.
Whew.
And Patricia now
looks like an upgrade. That was the best thing that could have happened to us as a Buckeye fan.
Yeah, and for all my Lions haters that hating on Patricia.
Yeah. Yeah, there were a lot of Buckeye fans out there.
Yeah.
There were a lot of Buckeye fans banging on that hire. They're like, oh, he sucks. He's a terrible head coach. Well, that's the thing. He's not coming in to be a head coach of an NFL team.
I was open-minded about it. I wasn't one way or another because I was a big fan of Knowles, and Knowles put together a nice D for us. He did. Right. And I was skeptical if anybody could put together that good a defense, and I can't believe it's gotten better.
Right. we were the top defense last year, and somehow I think we upgraded. But just double checking to make sure I got that message out to Jeff. Yes, I did. Anyway, let's do our uglies. What do you got for your ugly? So many
Ugly.
options.
I got a couple written down here. I'm gonna go ahead and go with the. Was it the calling the? I can't remember this. I walked in right when I got home from a 7-day vacation. I mean, I know what happened.
Nice flex.
Kineholz's first play, but didn't we call timeout and Sayin was going to run that, and we called timeout, and then brought in Kineholz, and I like Lincoln, but that trip was ugly, and I've been there. We've all been there, where you stumble a little bit, but you got too much momentum, and there's no way you're going to stay on your feet.
Well, the thing is, they called the timeout right before the snap where Sayin runs it up the gut.
Yeah,
and he got it.
I know.
Like easily. And then I don't know who the fuck called that timeout and why. That was a terrible decision. If that was on Ryan Day or whoever, doesn't matter. But yeah, and then I mean I've seen the sideline close up of Ryan Day's lip reading, and he said, "Why the fuck is he running sideways?" That was my question. Why the fuck is he running sideways, Coach?
So that was that must have been a heartline call there.
I don't know. That was a good call. He just ran. He executed it wrong. He's supposed to run it right up the A gap like Julian Sayin did. And you probably missed this, but when they broke the huddle, Shawn, they had the spider cam over top of the huddle, so you could see Sayin calling the play to the guys, and he had a fucking smirk on his face, the biggest shit-eating grin, like he knew he was about to get this first down.
You know what? I haven't watched any commentary on it. I was watching the game, and with my wife, and I saw the same thing. I'm like, something's going on in this play. I said, you see the way he came out? I said, I'd never seen him look like that.
Yeah, you don't break the huddle with a fucking smile on your face unless you know something good's going to happen.
They're going downtown to like a bomb. They're going to score a touchdown.
Yeah, something was up. And I think you should just let Sayin run it. Why do you call a timeout to put in a backup quarterback? You know? That whole operation was fucked on that play. But ugly. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go off the board here too because I watched this game. Texas, Florida. Texas, not defense. Their O-line. Their O-line is fugly. I feel bad for Arch Manning almost, although he is a Manning, so he'll be all right. But that O-line was pathetic. Fucking pathetic. They've gotten worse since they played us, I think.
It's in their
Florida
head
had
now.
6 sacks, man. 6 fucking sacks, 7 TFLs by the Florida defense.
Someone's got to get a hold of that locker room. I think they're losing it. I'm with you.
Is Sark the guy to do it?
No, I don't even think. I mean, it's going to have to be the players even.
Who's the leadership there? Manning?
I mean, I don't know. Someone's going to have to step up because they got the talent. You know, they got the roster, and it's.
Yeah.
But it ain't playing like it.
No, that was a pathetic showing. I'll tell you what, I'll take VB3 on our team any day. Vernell Brown III for Florida. He was a Buckeye commit, flipped to Florida late. He's electric. I'll take that guy any day, but I understand why he flipped. He's not as good as Jeremiah Smith, you know. But that was a really action-packed game too. Like every play, you're like on the edge of your seat. I was really into that one. So yeah, ugly O-line play. I wouldn't even curse my eyes to look at those PFF grades for the Texas O-line. I don't even want to know what those were. All in the red, I'm sure. So, you want to talk about any other games? Did you catch any games?
I didn't really. Like I said, I walked in the door and didn't even.
Yeah.
I basically sat down to see uh, the last couple plays of Minnesota's first drive. That's when I walked in the door off a 7-day vacation.
Flex. UCLA Penn State. Again, we talked about it. Drew Aller.
I thought
I don't
Cincy
know.
beating Iowa State was intriguing.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Um, Georgia beat Kentucky easily. Didn't expect anything different there. Bama. I did not expect them to lose to Vanderbilt 2 years in a row, and that one wasn't really close, especially in the second half. But yeah, Penn State, UCLA, Texas, Florida, and notice how Penn State and Texas both got bounced out of the AP poll this week.
I know
That
that
seems
thing
like
you sent 1,
quite
3,
the
and
fall.
1, 2, and 4 aren't even in the top 25 anymore. That's
Yeah,
nuts.
yeah, and only with 2 losses. I mean, these teams could come back and finish the season with, I don't know, 3 losses maybe. Maybe they'll climb back into the top 25. Canes are looking good. I watched a lot of that at Florida State. Carson
That wide
Beck looks
receiver's
solid.
fast, man.
Malachi Tony, yeah, he's a motherfucker. But it's him, and they don't have much else. I mean, running game is non-existent, and they got Mark Fletcher, former Buckeye commit. The Daniels kid, the other receiver, number 7, solid. Both of them had 2 touchdowns, Tony and Daniels. And their defense had a couple sacks. But that Castellanos guy for Florida State, if you make him be a pocket passer, he can't do it. He's just whipping the ball deep into double coverage, getting picked, just Hail Mary balls that are stupid throws. If he gets out on his feet, gets out of the pocket, yeah, he's dangerous. But if you cage him in, he's just sitting back there and he doesn't know what the hell to do. He's not one of those pocket passing quarterbacks. So, yeah, Florida State's screwed this year. They're in big trouble. Yeah, a lot of good games. Going into the weekend, I thought this was a garbage slate of games. So I'm like, all right, I'll watch these couple. I want to see Texas go into the swamp. I'm like, all right, Texas is probably going to roll these fools. But no. And Arch Manning
I got to
got
give
lit
props
up.
to Delta. I was able to flip back and forth live TV. I had the wife's TV on Penn State, had my TV on I was on Penn State. What was she on? I forget what other game. But it's nice right there that they got live TV now offered on the flights
Yeah,
to watch live football.
definitely. It's a must-have. I'll pay a little bit more just for that. Yeah. But anyway, yeah, good week of games. And that's what happens when you see a shitty slate of games. You always know there's going to be some upsets and some shit's going to happen that you don't plan on. So this week did not let me down. So let's get into some recap of the Minnesota game, and we got a little preview for the Illinois game. Yeah, Buckeyes roll 42-3 in the shoe. Buckeyes are 5-0, of course. The Buckeyes, were the calm in that storm of national football, or the national college football shit show that it was. So, yeah, first drive, we talked about it, the field goal for Minnesota. And then the Buckeyes go 35 unanswered points. Shawn, I know that you love it when I do this. The drive chart. Field goal attempt. Touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Punt, punt, touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Ball game. So, in essence, we really only had 9 drives. The last drive was 15 seconds to finish out the game. So that one doesn't count. So
Right.
in 9 drives, we had 6 touchdowns and missed a field goal.
Well, that missed field goal was going to be one of my uglies as well.
He had the leg. I think Ryan Day wanted to test him out.
You
You
telling me
know,
he has the length, he don't have the strength?
yeah, he don't have the accuracy. He doesn't have the precision, but plenty of leg. But I think it was a tester for Ryan Day because that kicker was talking shit. Well, not really talking shit. He had the media availability last week. He's like he's been attempting 63 yarders in practice, and so I think Ryan Day was like, okay, let's actually see him make a 50 yarder in a game because there's a big difference between practice and a game. And he wasn't even close, wide left. So I think it was just like something for Ryan Day to refer to if next time they have a decision to make on a 50-yarder. And then you got some of the things that the Buckeyes put on tape this week were very obvious. The trick play on the punt. What'd you think of that, Shawn? Innes throws the pass to Lorenzo Styles.
I feel like throw it to Rodgers and it's a touchdown. He got caught.
Lorenzo played wide receiver at Notre Dame.
That dude caught him.
Yeah. What did he get, like 35 yards out of that at least?
I don't know. That's fun for the fans. I don't love that shit.
What do you think about the philosophy of, okay, we know we're terrible at special teams. Here's us making an effort to improve that by throwing a trick play at you.
I don't mind that because there was one earlier, and you could tell Ennis was pissed off that he fair caught a punt that was easily returnable, and I think he knew it right after he did it. Like,
Yeah.
shouldn't have done that.
Yep.
So I don't know. Yeah, put a little juice in that game. I'm for that.
Okay. Yeah. Short yardage, you had C.J. Donaldson line up at fullback. What else? Yeah, those were the unusual things. Ryan Day said it's not about the opponent; it's about our identity every week. What do you think that identity is, Shawn? From an offensive point of view, anyway. Have we established anything?
I don't even know if I think it's. I don't think it's about an offensive identity. I don't think it's about a defensive identity. I think it's about an Ohio State identity that we dominate. There's a standard and we dominate. It doesn't matter what it is.
Let's see. Let's talk Julian Sayin here. 23 of 27, 326 yards, 3 touchdowns. Calm, confident, surgical. In his first month as a starter, he's shown gradual growth. They've opened the playbook week to week as we've progressed here. Ryan Day said Julian's confidence is building. We're putting more on his plate each week. He's growing from a manager to a leader.
I buy that. I mean, and I told you I ran those numbers, and 80% completion rate on the year as a first-time starter. It's insane.
Yeah, it is. Definitely.
And I heard, I think one of the broadcasters say Ryan Day had made a comment. He's like, he keeps trying to put Sayin in uncomfortable situations in practice and things like that, and he just keeps eating it up, working through
Yeah,
it,
you want
working
to see
through
how
it.
the kid's going to react, right?
Yeah. And that was my big question mark on the kid. And then he, to stay in there on that one dime that he threw over the middle to Claire, I believe it was, and he got smoked.
Right.
That takes fortitude to stand in there and make that throw.
I got some clips here. While we're talking about Sayin, let's cue these up here. Here it is. Linebacker hits him right in the fucking chops. Claire does a good job to adjust a little bit to the ball, but Sayin the old deodorant commercial, never let them see you sweat or bleed, whatever comes first. Great play. Yeah. Oh, I got some Sayin highlights. Let's just roll through these.
All 4 of his touchdowns this season have come from.
That is a deep shot down the left sideline to Carnell Tate. This one is the touchdown to Jeremiah in the left corner of the end zone. Notice how Jeremiah catches the ball. He has those strong-ass hands, man. He just goes out and grabs it. Here's the 49-yarder to Carnell. That dude got roasted. I've got another video that shows how badly it is isolated on Carnell Tate, how badly he torched this fucking DB off the line. It wasn't even close. And this one, the toe tap by Carnell on the sidelines has become his signature. You don't even have to show me who caught that. You don't have to tell me what number. I know it's Carnell Tate. I see a tall frame, a guy sticking his feet in the ground, making the catch. That's always a Carnell Tate. And then Jeremiah showing the strong hands right in front of the safety. Safety probably could have lit him up, but that would have been a cheap shot. And then, so we just ran through all those. Quick little Julian Sayin highlight clip. While we're showing some more clips, Shawn, I'll give you the option to rest your voice if you'd like. Look at Carnell Tate. This is fucking insane, man. Jesus. A little shake and bake and gonzo. Four doesn't even get his hands on Tate. Yikes.
That's got to be scary, though. I mean,
yeah, single coverage against an Ohio State receiver.
Yeah.
Yeah.
and a 5-star quarterback that drops and dives.
Yeah.
Be on your toes out there, boys.
Here's the touchdown to Tate on the from the field view. Look at how far behind that DB is. He's not even in the frame. Jeez.
Yeah, I mean, if Jeremiah Smith is the number one wide receiver in the country, I still think Tate's easily top 5 and maybe top 3.
Oh, yeah. The Buckeyes are working him into a first-round draft pick situation right now. Check out this. So, same play. This is all the same play. This is the attention that Jeremiah Smith gets on that exact same play. Watch this. Watch Jeremiah Smith go in motion.
I did see this.
Left. Watch the entire defense in white. There's like 5 guys over on that side of the hash.
Yeah, but do you think they're gonna keep doing that now that it's like Tate will kill you too?
Yeah. Well, you can try. I mean, I understand why they're doing it. I just think it's fucking nuts. The 5 dudes end up on the other side of the hash. Look at that. And meanwhile, your boy is out there left on an island getting roasted. That's easier than practice.
No kidding.
Fuck me. What else? That's all I got, really. Oh, we got a little Bo Jackson action. Here is actual video evidence of Bo Jackson's touchdown. That's real. Sorry about the resolution. I know it looks kind of shitty. It's kind of low res. Black and white. Anyway, you get it.
That's awesome.
Yep. So, yeah. Saying it's slowing down for him, he says. Practice is more intense than games. I think we just said that, right? He said it himself after the game. Iron sharpens iron, all the good things. So, yeah, we talked about Carnell Tate, 9 catches, 183, 2 touchdowns. Ryan Day said he's blocked all year. Now he's eating. Dare we call Carnell Tate the second best wide receiver in the country?
I mean, I don't know. I haven't watched everybody. I'm sure there's some guys I don't know about. The freshman from Miami looks really good too.
Yeah.
Again, I'm sure there's some other dudes, but I like Tate.
Yeah.
I guarantee nobody's got a number 2 as good as Tate. I can promise you
No.
that.
Or, no, they don't have two receivers like this. So, yeah, folks, keep dropping your responses to the question in the chat. Will Bo Jackson eclipse 100 yards this week against Illinois? Let me know. Jeremiah Smith, 7 catches, 67 yards, 2 touchdowns. You can double him, but you can't stop both. You just don't have enough dudes on the field. Until they allow the defense to play with like 13 or 14 guys, I don't see how you stop both guys. And Brandon Ennis hasn't gotten going yet. Keep that
I
in
know.
mind.
Can you? I feel like there's going to be a week where, okay, you've been running Max Clare up the seam. You got Jeremiah and Tate on the outside. I can't wait to start seeing drag routes from Ennis.
Yep. They've ran a few plays that were designed to get Ennis open, but they've just been missed by Sayin for whatever reason. So I don't know. Yeah, it's just a matter of time. Plus, I would say another big deal formation-wise is the Buckeyes are running a lot of 12 and 13 personnel, so you got 2 or 3 tight ends in there. Ennis has to be the first guy off the field, if they're bringing in an extra tight end. So that hurts his production too. He's just getting fewer snaps, What else here? Short yardage and red zone. What we go 5 for 5 in the red zone, I believe. Yeah, 5 for 5. Keenholz late in the game did have that carry. They had to give it to him twice down there inside the 5. Thought he got in on the first one up the middle. Jeff says he just woke up. He's been asleep since 4:30. Was that AM or PM, you think?
Well, get in.
Yeah. Anyway, yeah, so they gave Lincoln the opportunity to redeem himself there late in the 4th, which I like. He actually ran the proper read up through the A gap, got in the end zone. Anyways, Bo Jackson, good day. I'm still waiting for us to get a 100-yard rusher. I'm very concerned that the O-line is part of the problem, or most of the problem, honestly. Bo Jackson, 13 carries, 63 yards, and a touch. His long was 10 yards. So give Minnesota's defense a little credit. They were top 5 in the country in rush defense going into the game, and they played well. I mean, they also played against garbage, so I don't know. James Peoples looked solid late in the game in the 4th. 7 carries, 59 yards, nice little 8.4 yard average. And C.J. Donaldson just 3 attempts and 3 yards. Did get the touchdown. He had a touchdown catch there on that 4th down play out of the backfield, but kind of a quiet night. And again, I'll go back to that O-line. I'm a little concerned about the blocking in the run game. Pass blocking's good across the board, except for Tegra. I don't know, man. I'm concerned about Tegra. They pulled him out for a couple series again this week. It seems to be like a pattern. They put in Onyanwa for him. I don't know what Tegra's deal is. He hasn't improved in like 2 years. that's concerning. I don't know if it's
I don't
laziness.
know. I mean, I don't know. That PFF stuff that you always rattle off, some of that shit just doesn't make sense to me. It's either we can run the ball and protect the quarterback or we can't. And it seems like we run the ball and protect the quarterback for the most part.
Well, these run blocking grades are what I'm focused on right now. And Carson Hinsman, a 67.8, that's okay. But then Phillip Daniels, the right tackle, a 49. That's horrible. A 40-freaking-9? I mean, seriously. We should be much better than that. You know, as a whole, the O-line is blocking great. They're nasty as fuck. They're killing guys through the whistle. They're cleaning the pile. I mean, occasionally against Minnesota, they were, falling over the pile and taking somebody with them. It was kind of funny, honestly. But, yeah, it just – the O-line needs to be road graders, and they need to be a little bit stronger in the run game, in my opinion. Jeff,
What do you
you
think,
got?
Jeff?
Morning, fellas.
Good
Is it?
morning.
Sorry I'm late.
Sorry.
Joe, are you talking about PFF grades for the O-line? Is that what I just jumped into?
Specifically in the run game, yeah.
I was looking at the PFF grades, and everybody's complimenting our offensive line, what they're doing, and how nasty they are, but yet the grades are low on the PFF grades. So I'm wondering if PFF's maybe not catching everything, because if they're not getting graded properly, maybe, because often some of our linemen they're grading out as champions during the games, and we're looking at PFF grades and it's 68, 70, or 60, 66. So I'm just wondering if we're just barely getting above average, but yet the coaches feel they're grading out as champions in some cases.
Good point.
Yeah, that's the other thing is with PFF, you don't know what a player's assignment is. I'm hearing myself there. So, like, they don't know what play is called, what the specific assignment is for that player in any play, honestly. So that's why you do have to take them with a grain of salt. But if they're blanket grades over the top, I mean, you got to kind of, if they don't know anybody's assignment, then I think it's safe to say that they're relatively accurate on maybe a sliding scale.
Okay.
So I'm not saying they're 100%.
Yeah, I'm just wondering that. I'm with you. I'm with you on the run. The run grades. You look overall, we're not. It doesn't. I don't know. The O line looks nasty and looks like we're doing the job, but I think that's just a part of the rest of the team being so good. I'm not sure, but yeah, I did see a lot of at the end of plays, O linemen and tight ends even dumping guys at the onto the pile or over the pile. I did notice a lot of that.
Yeah, they look nasty, but that's after the play, really. Do you have your good, bad, and ugly prepared for this week?
Where do shit? Bad. What do you want? All right, the good.
Yep.
Good. Julian Sayin's passing is real
Shawn
good.
has that. Sorry.
Okay. Our defense. Our punt return team. Kind of is looking better. Penn State losing is always good in my book. It's also very ugly.
that was my bad or my ugly. I forget. But it can fall under any category, honestly.
Yes. Good for us, bad for them. Ugly for college football.
Ugly for the Big Ten. Yeah.
Ugly for the Big Ten. See, my bad would be Lincoln Keynote's choosing the wrong hole on a quarterback sneak that we had to call timeout.
Yeah.
Yeah, Shawn had that. Did you guys compare notes or something?
Bad Arch Manning.
I think I had that one. No, I had the O-line. I had his O-line.
Yeah,
It's
he
not
looks
his
like
fault
he's
he got
seeing
sacked
ghosts.
6 times.
Yeah, that kid looks like he's seeing ghosts out there. He
Oh,
does.
yeah, he kind of is.
I know what's going on with that kid. I feel bad for him.
Here's a thought I posed back in the summer. What if he's not good? What if Texas is not good?
Well, fraud. Yeah.
You could say that.
It doesn't make sense.
Another word is fugazi.
Um. Maybe yeah. Maybe he's not. Maybe he's not the second coming. You know, he might just be good. Maybe he's not like the chosen one.
You mean he's not a Peyton Manning or an Eli Manning already
Yeah.
in his first year starting in college?
Yeah. Maybe they should have been taking a step back and look at, hey, maybe every team in the country can't lose 10 drafted players or 12 drafted players, whatever they had, and we can't lose 4 of your 5 starters, and then just and the O line, and then he's going to carry us. He's going to be able to walk on water.
The reason they were number one is not because Arch is good. He was good in high school. He got the rating. He was a 5-star kid coming out. He was an absolute stud.
Well, something did translate.
Is it dare I say the lack of development in the Texas coaching staff?
There's a thought.
Have they failed? Have they failed the kid?
I don't know. That I wouldn't argue that.
There's a lot of questions.
The thing is, maybe they weren't as good, just because the media and college football wanted them to be number one, so bad. They wanted Arch and Texas to be the team.
But yeah, I think that's a lot of that. Hey, if we pump them up and put them number one, they got to play like it, right? They got to play like it. Let's hope.
Yeah. And now you're out of the poll entirely.
Yeah, 3 of the top 5, 3 of the top preseason 5,
right,
out of the poll.
Another reason why we don't need preseason polls, because they're full of shit.
It's unexplainable. All three of the teams are. It's unexplainable why. They're so surefire. Clemson bringing back 81% of their production. Heisman candidate quarterback, dog shit.
I'm really curious, jumping ahead to the end of the year and the final playoff selection committee meeting and all that. What if one of these 3 teams, Clemson, Texas, and Penn State, has 3 losses?
Yeah.
Will one of them still make it into the playoffs strictly on name alone?
I think the way this season's going so far, I think you're going to see a 3-loss team probably this year.
I think I'm with you, Shawn. I think maybe 2. Maybe even.
But it has to be coming from the Big Ten or the SEC, right?
Yep.
Yes,
not the ACC.
Yes, 100%.
Yes.
Or Notre Dame.
Okay.
Or Notre Dame.
Sure, yeah, of course. They got carte blanche.
Yeah. Sidebar. How is Notre Dame still 3-2, yet still 16th in the country?
That's Notre Dame, Jeff. They don't play in a conference.
Yeah, they
Clearly.
their AD and all the other team presidents, the other school presidents, and Notre Dame's AD decides everything.
And they got, one more game on their schedule? USC?
Yeah, pretty much. And side note, when they do make it to the playoffs, they don't have to share any of that playoff money with a conference. They get to keep it all. It's theirs.
Oh, yeah, it's a beautiful thing. Yeah, great. It's a great deal they got.
They can reshine touchdown Jesus' mustache or whatever. Add more gold to the fucking dome. All the things. But, so yeah, we were in the middle of resetting the Minnesota game. Then we're going to get into the Illinois game here. We finished up the offense, I think, for the most part. Showed a bunch of awesome clips. Jeff, you would have loved it. They were very well produced by NBC. So thanks for that. But anyway, defense, you go 66 yards on the first drive of the game. Shawn was not happy about that. Give up the 3-point easy field goal. Then the rest of the game.
Jeff, I think 3 of my bads this year so far have been our opening drive, where people have come down and
Yeah.
taking it right down. Now, we usually hold up, obviously, when it gets down there, but these teams have long, opening, sustained drives.
I remember the national title game last year. Remember Notre Dame? Quarterback
Yeah.
keeping it all the way down the field on us. And I'm like, oh, shit. Is this what's
Yeah.
going
But
to
then
happen?
he had nothing left.
Yeah, right.
He's in
I,
is he anywhere? Or is he in a body bag? I mean, that kid killed himself that game.
He went pro in something other than football.
yeah. Riley Leonard, right? That's his name? Yeah, never heard. Haven't heard his
Yeah.
words. Haven't heard his name
Exactly,
since.
yeah. He's an insurance salesman in the greater South Bend area.
Like killing it.
If he is, he's making a killing.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yep.
yeah. Yep. So, yeah, then the rest of the game, so 66 yards on the first drive. Then the rest of the game, 28 plays, 94 total yards.
That's unreal. Unreal.
Yeah. Shawn loves it when I do this, so I'm going to do it again so Jeff can hear it. Field goal, punt, downs, punt, field goal, punt. Oh, by the way, let's skip the first drive that was 13 plays. 3 and out, punt. 3 and out, punt. 5 plays, downs. 3 and out, punt. 5 plays, punt. 3 and out, punt. 3 and out, punt. 10 plays, field goal attempt, missed. 5 plays, punt. Drive home safely.
And that the field goal had no shot. That was dead from the jump.
That's Shawn off the tee. Hooker Central.
Hey, I'll bet each hole with either of you.
All right. Let's get on the course.
Yeah.
So, yeah, Arvell Reese, is he blitzing or not? That's the question, right? Every quarterback is asking themselves when they line up over him. He forces the teams to game plan around him. He lines up as an edge, then he'll drop, he'll attack. He creates chaos all over the field. Every week, these dudes are putting out new videos of Arvell and his antics. Here's this week's. We'll cue this up real quick. Oh shit. Take it to the top.
Yeah, right over center.
Yeah. So yeah, Arvell just working a dude, coming around in a little kind of a twist action there.
Yeah.
That guard never had a fucking chance. Tried to double the D end. Good luck with that. So, yeah, that's the only really defensive clips I have.
Yeah, I
showed a
love
lot
that. Sorry, good.
They showed a lot of sim pressure. Just the one sack is what I have on the defensive side of the ball. Total pressures, though, we had 13. That's good, in case you're wondering. A couple hits on the quarterback. Arvell Reese led the team in pressures with 3. Edric Houston got there with 2. Caden Curry with 2. Bo Atkinson. Caleb Downs had 1. Caden McDonald, Sonny Styles, Kenyatta. And Kenyatta, even after going out in the first quarter. Still
Was that a stinger?
They called it a stinger on TV. I don't know. They took his helmet away. I hope it's not a concussion issue because he just had one.
Well, basically, when you get a stinger, they're going to put you in concussion protocol regardless.
I get that. I just hope it's not head related.
Yeah, I was going to ask if. Right, because then you're getting two that close to each other. Now you're more susceptible to getting more of them.
Right.
Which and I thought Kenyatta was having a good game.
Yeah.
That hit, it did look nasty though. He like his head drove right into the turf. It looked like.
Yeah, it was a weird.
Yeah,
play.
He fell funny.
Yeah. Oh yeah. So keep firing your questions into the chat. We got a good one right here from Micah. Welcome to the show, Micah. He says that. Is Hicks going to redshirt this year? I feel like we're wasting his talent. Yes. It's been reported that C.J. Hicks and Malik Hartford, the safety, are both redshirting this year. Now, keep in mind, let's chill. Does not mean he's transferring or both are transferring or anything like that.
Mhm.
I think it's smarter if they don't transfer and get put in a bad situation that they might regret. Especially C.J. Hicks. He's made this transition this year to D end, put on the weight. He's had to sit behind Kenyatta and Caden Curry, but there's open starting spots for him next year, most likely.
No, I completely disagree with you. I think if CJ Hicks, I think this was a request by CJ Hicks to keep this year of eligibility, and I think he is 100% asked to be transferred. That hey, I want to transfer, redshirt me, and I want to go and have a year to play somewhere else because Curry and these guys might also be in front of him next year. CJ Hicks wants to play. I'm almost certain that it's because he has requested this, and I'll bet you $1 that he gone.
I'm gonna.
And I'm not mad at him for it. I think he should. I think it's a
I'm
great
gonna
decision for
disagree.
him.
I'm gonna disagree because same with Hartford. Hartford is you got a Caleb Downs leaving after this year, so you got a
How
Malik
many times
Hartford.
is CJ Hicks going to be the starter? He's supposed to be the starter next year, and then next year, and it never happens for him. He's gone,
Well, Curry
and he'll
is
be
a
an impact
senior.
player somewhere.
Curry's a senior. Kenyatta is a redshirt junior. So
That's right. Okay, he did for
Curry's
redshirt his
definitely
freshman year.
gone. Curry's gone. So
You sure about
Atkinson's
that?
gone, right? Atkinson's gone.
he's a redshirt junior as well.
Mm.
So no.
I don't think. I mean, Curry's playing good enough to leave.
Well, he's a
Jackson and
senior.
Atkinson
He
aren't.
has to. Curry never redshirted, so this is his last year no matter what. But
Right.
yeah, I agree. Atkinson has played well. Let's see how he finishes
I
the
don't think
season.
he's played himself into a draft position.
No, I
Can't.
don't think so either. Same with Kenyatta so far.
And now if he's got a neck that he's got to worry about, I don't see how he gets in the draft.
I don't.
You know,
I don't agree that CJ is transferring out. Where is he going to find a better situation?
to start damn near anywhere in the country. That's
I don't know
where.
about that. He hasn't even played 4 games as a D end.
Okay, then take my bet. He's gone, and I got a hard time. He's only red shirt. Look, we could need him big time, and you're already talking about red shirts. We could need him in the season. He's a
Yeah.
fourth year fucking
Well,
guy
yeah,
on this
yeah.
team.
So
And you're
Shawn,
gonna
the
say,
red
oh,
shirt.
you're gonna pull him off the table right now. There's no fucking
No,
reason for that,
no.
other than
That's
he's
the thing.
requested it and he wants to leave. You're not making any
No,
sense. Why would
no.
you pull
That's
that kid off the table?
hold up. Back up. The red shirt is if they don't need him this year. He's still going to suit up every game. He's
Why
gonna
would
be
you
on the
start talking
fucking
about that? You got
sidelines.
fucking 8
He's not
games and you
leading
might
the
have
team.
playoffs and shit. Why would you even start talking about dumb shit like that then?
What?
Uh,
He can
Sha-
play in
Sha-
the playoffs too. That does not affect the red shirt.
Okay,
Correct.
regardless.
He
We're not
played
halfway
4
through the
games.
season yet.
It's
And he could be a big need of ours should something
Yeah.
happen.
yeah.
And you're
He's
already
still
talking
going to
about
be
red shirt.
available.
It's because he asked to be redshirted.
Okay. Well, if he's not on the sidelines next week against Illinois, then you're right. But
And if I'm a
he
4
is
year guy
suited
and
up,
I'm Hicks and I've been passed up a couple times and they're gonna come to me when I'm sitting in my locker and ask me, hey, what do you think? Think you cool taking a red shirt this year? No, I think he went to them.
they didn't ask him that. He
How
asked
do you
for
know?
that. Because why would they ask him to do that?
So who
They
asked?
want all hands on deck. It's a scholarship they still have to pay for. He
So
still is on the
okay, so where's
team.
this conversation coming from?
That
Someone had to ask someone. Either
yeah,
CJ asked
the
them.
player, the player.
So you think CJ asked them only so he could play next year?
Yeah,
No.
unless he's
Players don't do
needed
that.
this year.
Players don't do that. 4 year
Okay.
players don't do that. he's gone.
All right. We'll see. Anyway, we know neither of us know anything. Let's see. We talked about the special teams things with the backwards pass on the punt. Jeff, you got a quick take on that one before we got to get into this Illinois game, and we got some comments in the chat.
It was executed properly, which is to do that on a punt. You have to a lot of things have to line up. To get very very rarely do you have that. We fair catch 99% of the punts. To have that much time before once you catch the ball, to have that much time to step back, plant, and throw across the field, completely across the field.
Yeah,
a good pass by Ennis, by the way.
It was legit, yeah.
But you have to. I mean, that has to be called, but you still have to have the execution of getting everybody blocked and having Ennis enough time to catch the ball, then turn and plant and throw. It was executed perfectly.
My question is, can we just run a regular punt return, and block it up properly without pulling trick plays out? Because that seems to be a challenge.
It was executed so good by Styles, though, the way he was blocking that guy all the way down, and then saw that guy break off towards the ball, and he slid out there into no man's land. That was executed very nice.
Yeah. This little wrinkle, just something to show everybody. Hey, plan for this
for the fans,
too.
For the fans.
Maybe that gunner, maybe that gunner though is now. Hey, don't let if that guy disengages from you, don't go to the ball, fall off with him, and then you have this. You're taking a guy out of the play. So they're setting it up for something else down the road.
Yeah, for Ennis to bust that one left and run down a wall of blockers.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, a lot of Buckeyes got in the game. Ian Moore came in at right tackle for Phillip Daniels. Zion Grady, how about him getting in the first half?
Saw a lot of him.
He looked good. Yeah, he looked real good. Had a TFL, I believe. Yeah,
because there's a lot of them to see.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I do like the depth in the D line. Tywon Malone is definitely proven. He can be on the play. I saw Will Smith Jr. in on a tackle for loss.
Yeah.
So yeah, good to see our some depth in that interior D line.
Yeah, Will Smith Jr., one of the top rated run defenders according to PFF, a 73.9. Zion Grady, a 78.5 against the run. Edric came back, played 17 total snaps, 75.5 against the run. So
he's nursing an ankle, right? Edric still messing with his ankle?
Yeah, it's still kind of nagging him, but he did play 19 snaps, or 17. So must be trying to get him back.
Yeah.
Apparently.
But the depth, the guys backing up Will Smith and Taiwan and them, they're holding their own. So it's good to see. That was the biggest concern we had going in. That was the depth in that D line. So.
Right. Yeah, so it's good to see guys making plays. Just got to do it consistently week to week. So yeah, let's get into this Illinois preview. We got some comments in the chat we're going to get to. So yeah, this is week 7, game 6 for the Buckeyes. We're going to be halfway through this season already, guys. The regular season, anyways. So hope you're enjoying the stroll through the roses. Champaign, Illinois. Buckeyes headed to the Champaign room. Big noon on Fox. Right now, the weather is 65 and sunny in Champaign, which I don't believe for a second. Will it be windy? And will the whiff of cow shit be in that wind? I'm going to say yes. Most likely. So, yeah, Illinois got some momentum going. Winners 4 of their last 5. They've scored 37-plus points in the last 5 games, or in 5 straight games. Beat Purdue last week, 43-27. Put over 500 yards of offense, 8 yards per play. So the only loss
How'd they
in
do
that
against Indiana?
that's where I'm going. The only loss in that stretch is the well-known 63-10 blowout at Indiana. Key offensive players: Luke Altmyer, the quarterback. We've heard his name for a long time. Almost 1,600 yards passing, 72% completions, 9 touchdowns, 390 yards against Purdue. But again,
It's Purdue.
against Purdue, 19 of 22 in that game. He's a dual threat quarterback, so you got to remember that. It seems like the game plan for the Buckeye defense should be similar to the Washington Damon Williams game plan, right? Cage him up, make him be a pocket passer, and let the secondary feast. He's playing confident. The wide receiver, Hank Beatty, he's got almost 600 yards of receiving, 5 touchdowns on the year. He went off against Purdue, had 5 catches for 186 and a touch. Running backs, Khalil Valentine, Caden Fegan, they combined for 639 yards rushing. Valentine, 22 rushes for 95 and a touchdown last week. What else here? Altmyer and Beatty are kind of their quote-unquote dudes, but I'm going to go ahead and take our dudes on offense. Sayin, Tate, JJ, Bo Jackson, a little bit better. If these two offenses are kind of close, like not real close, but close-ish, close adjacent, the defenses are not at all. The Buckeyes have allowed 25 points in 5 games, still have not given up a single red zone touchdown. So Illinois does have their holes. That's what she said. 2 for 12 on 3rd and 4th downs last week. You can't
Against
afford
Purdue.
that. Yeah, you can't afford that against Ohio State. Defense, they're solid. They've given up 23.4 points a game. That's somewhat inflated by the Indiana ass kicking, but if they get behind and they start forcing the ball on offense, then that's just going to play right into the Buckeyes' hands on defense, right? I mean,
Exactly.
this is not going to go well. Again, Buckeyes allowing 5 yards per game, not per play. 5 points per game. Red zone D is number 1 in the country, 25% scoring allowed. Illinois is middle of the road there.
Yeah,
So-
giving up 63 points to anyone, even an Indiana team that's a good team. They're not great by any means, but I can't get over the fact that you gave up 63 in a game. I can't remember has I ever given up 60 points in a game, ever. Maybe that 1897 game between Michigan. Maybe they ran for 600 yards against us. I don't know, but the defense, they definitely don't have any depth. Bert's built quite a good team there, but he doesn't have the horses past that starting 22. I don't think.
No, not at all. So if the Buckeyes start fast on offense, can Illinois keep up is a question. The Buckeyes, the defense is going to disguise pressure. They might give you that first drive just to spit in Henry's face and piss him off even more. But then they'll lock down the rest of the game, control the trenches like they did against Washington and Minnesota. And then the question is, will Sayin keep attacking downfield with Carnell and JJ? Are they going to open up more of the playbook for Sayin? Maybe things we haven't even thought about, right? Maybe
Yeah,
a thong.
I think they're. I mean, they're definitely they definitely have full confidence in Julian Sayin. They're not concerned about his. It's just going to be a second road test. So I mean, all that's out of the. How's he going to handle the road pressure and the crowd and all that stuff? All those questions have been answered. So, pretty much, I think that offense is just going to be going as needed. If we need Julian to drop back 40 times, we'll drop him back 40 times. If we can run the ball for 300 yards, we're going to run the ball for 300 yards. I think I don't think there's any questions left in the coaching staff. It's just pretty much how that game goes. What do we need? What's needed of our quarterback? Because Ryan Day's not going to do anything we don't need anybody to do. He's just trying to win the game, move on to the next. So whatever it takes, there's full confidence, obviously, in whatever we need to do offensively.
Yeah. Yeah, looking at this. Let me switch over. Fighting Illini defense. Yeah, if I'm an Illinois fan, and why would I be? I'd be very concerned about this secondary. Free safety has a grade of 58.
Oof.
Both corners are 60 and 61.
Wow.
Yeah. The middle of the D line's good. 77, 73, 70. Slot corner is a 68. He's actually got the best grade of any of the corners. But, yeah, I'd be very concerned about it.
So he's going to hold Ennis to no catches. Okay.
Yeah, maybe. Wait till they line up Jeremiah in the slot.
Yeah.
So, all right, let's get to our score predictions and microscopes here. Buckeyes favored by 14.5. A little low. You're a little low. Over under a 50, right on the button. So, Jeff, let's start with you. Score prediction.
32-9, Buckeyes.
Oh, that's random. Okay. 32-9, cover, under. Shawn, what do you got?
I'm going with 31-13. I think we give up our first touchdown of the year.
Oh, wow. To Illinois.
In the red zone.
Is Juice Williams playing? All right. I don't like that one bit. Is that on the first drive, you think?
Probably. It'd be, though.
Of course it would be.
Yeah.
What better time? Might be your only chance against that Buckeyes defense.
Right. That's why I don't know how you come up with 13. You can't score 13 on one drive, but I get it. Let's see. I'm going. I'm feeling it. They really opened it up on Minnesota. 38-6. Buckeyes roll. I never know how windy it's going to be out there, in the middle of nowhere. So that's why I worry about, not that Sayin has a weak arm. College football nerds, are you listening? So, yeah, we'll take weather into account. 38-6. Buckeyes roll, but I'm taking the under. I can't trust the other team to actually be able to move the ball, other than the first drive, clearly.
Yeah.
Right. All right, let's get into the microscopes. Jeff, what do you got on offense for your microscope?
I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go with Bo Jackson.
Okay.
I want that. I want the running game. I want to see 200 plus yards rushing. Over on the road, a good ranked team. I want to be able to just ball control.
Okay.
So I want to see Bo have his 25 carries, 140, 150, something like that.
Yeah. All right, Shawn, what do you got on offense for your microscope?
Well, for my microscopes, and I was cheating down through the chats, but I already had this written down. It gets, I don't know, Buckeye Dog or Micah talking about the talent at running back. And as much as I was on the Bo Jackson bandwagon, that he was going to be our starter, because I think clearly he is, I'm putting my microscope this week on Peoples.
Oh.
Jackson still isn't to a Trey or Quinshawn level, and we are lacking a little bit in running back talent as far as I'm concerned. So I'd really like to see Peoples get a nice, 10 carries or so again and keep working. And I'd like those guys to turn into that two-headed monster that I think we need. So, right there with you, Jeff. I want to pound the rock. And Bo Jackson's almost there, but again, just not quite, I don't think.
So you got all the Peoples, huh?
Yeah, I've got my eye on
For the
Peoples this
people.
week. Because I think
Right.
Donaldson's going to be what he is. He's going to be your short yardage, smasher. He is what he is. But yeah, I want to see Peoples and Bo Jackson continue to push each other and make each other better.
Fuck all that running shit. Brandon Ennis, breakout game. I've been
There you
calling
go.
for it for weeks.
He's due.
Let's sling it around. Let's hit Ennis down the seam. Let's get him moving on some drag routes over the middle, finding that open zone, and get him going here. Finally.
Yeah, would be nice to see too. That definitely would be nice to see. I quit wishing for it because you never know when it's going to happen. And as being our fifth option on offense, we're waiting for our fifth option to have a game. That's cool because the top four options are having games. So, but I'm with you. I'd love to see us have a breakout. I don't dispute the guy's talent and everything. Just I don't know if it's are we just missing him or is he just not? We're not scheming him open. We're doing a good job of scheming everybody else open. So, it'd be nice to see him have a game. But I'm cool with everybody else if we still do our 200 rushing, 300 passing, and Ennis has 2 catches. I'm perfectly fine with that. But it would be nice to see him have a breakout game against a ranked opponent. With everybody's eyes on it. So then it just gives future teams, oh shit, now we gotta worry about this guy too. This guy is capable.
Yeah. Right. Okay. Quick little breaking news from Texas. Steve Sarkisian addressed Texas's struggles. Quote, take the other, how many teams are there in college football? 136, question mark. Take the other 135 and have them go play at Ohio State and at the Swamp, see how they do. Ooh, defensive much?
Wow. Yeah, he's feeling the heat. them Texas boosters are he's hearing the chatter.
Well, was that Florida's first home game this year?
No, it was not.
No. He does remember that they joined the SEC, right?
Yeah.
This is what happens. You go play in difficult venues. Anyway, whatever. Jeff, who you got on defense?
Let's see. I'm gonna go. Let's see. Since Kenyatta, we don't know the status on him yet for the game, right? We expect him to be full
I'm
participant.
guessing out.
I'm gonna go with Bo Atkinson.
Okay.
Look at figuring Bo was gonna get a start. Kenyatta probably would be limited if I had to guess. Kind of like a Nedrick Houston type 17, 20 plays, something like that. So Bo Atkinson, opposite of Caden Curry. Let's just show the rest of the country that it don't matter if our starter's out. We have rush ends from both sides that can dominate. So
I agree. Bo needs to earn that transfer check. Whatever he's getting paid.
Jeff took both of the Bows to be noted here.
Yes.
For the record, Bo
Both
Jackson
for everybody.
and Bo Atkinson. One white, one black.
Jeff knows Bo.
Yep.
EAU versus O.
Shawn, what do you got on defense?
I'm along the same lines as Jeff, but I'm going to actually go. I was looking at the snap counts, and I wasn't privy to all the hurt ankle talk. but Houston's getting snaps every week. Either you're healthy enough to be out there or you're not. So you're either good enough to play or you're not. I've seen Taiwan Malone basically kind of become the starter in that role, and I expected Houston to be our best player on the on our defensive line, and to me, he's not been and not been close to that. So I'm really hoping that he takes a step forward and starts wrecking games like his buddy that sometimes plays tackle as well, Caden Curry, because Caden's playing out of his freaking mind. But that D-line needs to play better. You mentioned, all the pressures that they're getting. We got 1 sack again last week. We don't sack quarterbacks. It's not what we do. And
Yeah.
I feel like playing some of these teams, you can get away with that, but you need a few sacks a game against some better opponents. Like this week, we need to get to this quarterback a couple times.
Yeah, and he does have some feet, so he's going to escape the pocket occasionally. But okay, so who'd you go with?
Houston.
Okay. Houston, we have a problem.
We do have a problem, Houston. You need to fix it.
Yeah, get that ankle right. I'm going Arvell. I think this is a perfect Arvell game where they're going to blitz the shit out of him, and he has all of the athletic ability, like we saw against Washington, to not get shaken out of his shoes by a shifty quarterback. So Luke Altmyer, say what you want about him and his experience, but he might be a dual threat, but I would say Arvell is probably more of a dual threat than Luke Altmyer. So go ahead, try and leave the pocket and get a number 8 tattooed across your face. So yeah, I'm going Arvell. He could really in this game get his name into that Buckeyes award, or even the any of the awards on defense. Honestly,
You don't think it's already there? I mean, who's playing better linebacker than Arvell Reese?
he doesn't have the name.
There's a couple guys in Texas Tech that they're getting a lot of hype.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
And Sonny Styles. I mean, you could end up splitting votes there. So that's one downside.
Yeah.
And both those guys are playing great. I mean, they're in the 70s on the season PFF grade. So, yeah, I'm going Arvell. I think he has a chance to really put up some numbers against this goofball quarterback. Yeah, this guy doesn't worry me whatsoever. Look at these by position snaps. Arvell, 106 snaps on the year so far at D-line, 104 at linebacker, 9 at slot corner. Jesus. Fuckers all over the place. I love it. 6'4", 243, by the way.
That slot receiver loves him lining up over him. Like, good gosh.
Get smacked in the fucking mouth.
Yeah, and this guy can run with me too.
He's faster than you, by the way.
Yeah. This guy can run with me, and he's fucking 40 pounds heavier.
Right. All right, let's rifle through these comments real quick. Stephen Cherry's in. First one in.
Hello.
Joe and Shawn, go Bucks, salute. Go Bucks to you, Stephen Cherry. Stephen Cherry says, is Penn State going to eat the $25 million buyout? I thought it was a lot more than that for Franklin. I thought it was like
I heard it was 50. I thought it was 50.
Well, it goes down every year, so I mean.
So, well, they're not going to eat 50 this year. They'll eat 25 next year, I bet.
Maybe.
Yeah. I know you want to give your comments, but
says Matty P will be the difference against the team up north. He will have the freshman Underwood in a blender.
Put it out there in the universe.
I agree. They're going to be in big fucking trouble.
I'm actually excited about us playing dual threat quarterbacks. I think we have we've built enough experience and faced enough of them. I think our game plan. I think we have a better game plan for dual threat quarterbacks than we do the pocket passers.
Right.
The statue that we played, the statue we just played Saturday, we did pretty good against him as well. But I don't think what Underwood can.
Underwear.
What Underwear can can show us or threaten us with, we've already seen and prepared for. I would love to. I have all the confidence in the world and a game plan that we can put for a guy like Underwear. That's his new name, by the way. There's no more Bryce, no more Underwood. It's just Underwear.
Brown Underwear.
Brown Underwear.
Stephen Cherry says Knowles was brought to Ohio State to fix the defense and beat Team Up North. He did fix the defense, but failed miserably against the cheaters. Yes, right on all points there. pretty.
I wouldn't
pretty
put.
succinct.
I would not put that loss on Knowles.
Which one? Because
The
there are a
last
couple
one,
I
Ryan
would.
Day's offensive play calling is what lost us
Okay.
that game, and it's not close.
Okay. Stephen Cherry says saw Ryan Day chewing Laughlin's ass when Peoples went the wrong way on the handoff. Yes, you got to go to the coach. Go to the coach. Coach has to coach that position.
He was
coach.
coaching the shit out of that too.
Yeah, and you know, Lachlan put the fear of God into him. Lachlan's one dude I would not want to see in a dark alley for sure.
Right.
He's a tough looking dude. I'm sure he took it from Coach Day. I'm sure, but he gave it tenfold back to Peoples. So.
Oh yeah, it's getting passed down the trough. Stephen Cherry says Steve reposted the stream. All right, Steve. Thank you, Stephen Cherry. Stephen Cherry says, I don't see any L's for Ohio State in the Big Ten. What do you guys think? I'm with you.
I had one at playing Penn State. I
Yeah.
bought into all the hype. I thought we'd probably lose that game. Of course, I thought we'd probably lose Texas. So, but after what Penn State looks like, we still need to beat Michigan. We haven't done it in a while, so I hate to get ahead of myself.
Yeah, exactly. So I'm with you, Shawn, 100%. I thought we were looking 11-1 this year, just not sure where that loss would come from. But I mean, right now you're looking at Penn State at home. How bad will that? If we were to lose that game at home to Penn State, how bad would that look? Now, you know what I mean?
I don't see that happening, dude.
I don't either. But I mean, I was thinking we're not gonna, 12-0, 12-0, 12-0. Not it's hard to go undefeated every year. I thought we'd be 11-1. But now I don't see we better not be 11-1. Indiana, I think, would be our toughest game, and we don't have Indiana, correct?
Nope.
Yeah.
We don't
And
have
we're gonna find out. We're gonna find out a lot about them with Oregon here next week. So I think it could be us and Oregon. We could looking at undefeated in the Big Ten title game. And I agree with the guys at 97-1. I say Lanning and Dave just say, hey, let's cut this fucking trophy in half. Let's just get to the playoff. Let's not even play this Big Ten title game because it's a useless game at that point. But I think that's what we're looking at. Us and Oregon.
That's why I
undefeated.
go back a few episodes and why championship games need to be a thing of the past again.
They do, especially going to 16 teams in the playoffs next year. I think I don't see us losing a regular season game. I could see us laying down in the Big Ten title game though.
But I mean,
And Ryan Davis.
if things play out the way they look right now, I mean, it looks to me as if Ohio State, Oregon might be the two best teams in the country. Maybe Miami. And yeah, we're going to play each other for the Big Ten championship. I think the loser of that game still gets a 1 seed.
Maybe. Yeah. All right, let's keep it moving here. Stephen Cherry says Big Ten needs a propaganda pusher just like the SEC has Paul Feinbaum. Well, I just heard today Paul whatever his fucking name is, Feinbaum, got fired because he was going to run for Senate. Is that true?
I heard. I don't know about him getting fired. I did not hear that. And he was asked about running for Senate in Alabama.
He would be the greatest senator in the history of senators because if there's a guy
Disney
that's so
fired.
one-sided for his team, jeez. I mean, he's going to get every nickel he can for whoever he's senator for.
No kidding. And the greasy pockets from the down south, man. You can imagine that guy on the Senate floor. Just what do they call that when they're just when they just run and ramble?
Roll Tide.
Filibustering.
Filibustering. Oh my God! Fine by me. He'd bring an audience in. Let's take callers.
Yeah.
Peggy Sue and Mobile.
Yeah, yeah. I'm seeing headlines here that he's been removed by Disney.
No kidding.
Yeah, for
Oh, you know why? Probably
You
because
know what would be the biggest kick in the
I know
ass?
why he got. I know he got removed from Disney
Well, here you
because
go.
well, yeah.
If you
but he
need
said
a- sorry.
he said he. Sorry, son. He said he would run for. He said he'd run for senator in Alabama as a Republican.
Yeah, clearly it's political. So all right,
And
let's
that's
keep it
and then
moving here.
yeah.
Trying to get through here. Micah says Arvell Reese is my favorite Buckeye. Me too. Me too. Stephen Cherry says the Buckeyes 42-14 over Illinois. A turnover gives the Illini a layup touchdown. Ooh, I don't like the
Okay.
sound of that. That's 2 scores, Shawn. Micah says, is Hicks going to redshirt this year? Yeah, we addressed this one earlier. I feel like we're wasting his talent. Well,
If he redshirts, he's gone.
okay.
I think CJ Hicks is wasting his talent.
Stephen Cherry says, concerned about the offensive line, Joe. That's one of our strengths of the team. Yes, in run blocking especially. Yes, I am concerned. I have not seen a good running game yet against a real team.
Yeah. Right.
Micah says, this year's college football is up for grabs. Just keep getting better and we can do it again. There's no team like Bama, Georgia, or Clemson like in the past that stands out. Exactly. I've been saying since fucking spring, back to back. Why can't we go back to back? If anybody's set up, it's Ohio State right now. Stephen Cherry says we just don't have the RB talent we're accustomed to, although I think Bo will continue to improve. Okay, I'll hear that when it comes to the running game issues. Yes, having a true freshman back there. But I still think it starts with the O-line to some degree. They got to open holes, right? She said. Anyway, keep it going here. Micah says Notre Dame, Penn State, Texas, and Clemson all look horrible, but Notre Dame believes they can still win out. Are in. Yes, they never quit, and they're probably right. Oh, here's one for you. Stephen Cherry, when does Wisconsin fire Luke Fickell?
What's his buyout? His buyout.
It's pretty hefty, I think.
Okay. I forget what year his contract he's in, which it probably de-escalates, year by year, just like most other coaches set up. But he's gone because they might not win another game. They still have Indiana, Oregon, us. They got Iowa. I mean, they don't have a clear victory in Minnesota. They don't have a clear victory, written down in that schedule. I think Luke is gone or Luke steps away, but I don't see Luke Fickell coaching next year for Wisconsin.
Okay, here's the buyout. It's 80% of what's remaining on his initial deal. So after he'll have 4 years and approximately $31.5 million left on his 7-year deal. So that would put
31.
his season-ending buyout at 25.
25. Okay, that's what that 25 number is. Yeah,
But
Franklin's
does
50.
Wisconsin have that?
That
seems to be the issue.
Well, yeah. I mean,
Wisconsin has that if they, yes.
Okay.
They could find it, I'm sure, but do they have boosters that are that plugged in? Are they? What's the temperature like in Madison? I mean, what are the? I don't. You don't hear anything about Madison, about Wisconsin, because we don't. Are the boosters? Are they raising hell? Out there in Wisconsin. Is there a lot of clamoring? Is there people? Do they have the big boosters that are getting in the ear of the AD? I don't know. I have no idea. But I don't see that. I think they try to find that money. I think they're going to make an effort after the season to try to buy him out. I don't know if they can or not, but
it seems like they don't have any NIL money, so I don't know how they're going to come up with money to buy out a coach.
Right. Well, it's not working. I mean, it's not going right.
Right.
Okay, I see Luke Fickell. Yeah. All right.
Yeah. Trackside says, I think Hicks has people in his ears saying places like Notre Dame, etc. you'd be a starter, no questions asked. That's speculation, I would say. Yeah, you could be right.
Pure speculative.
Trackside says, got a feel for Knowles at Penn State, LOL. Yes, I LOL the shit out of that. Yeah, we feel horrible for Jim Knowles. Trackside says, crazy how the SEC looks like every other conference since schools are allowed to pay players, LOL. I LOL at that with a couple of McDonald's bags. Bradley says, 38-10. I assume that's for the Buckeye game. Buckeyes win. Bradley says, I say JJ and Tate both get 150 yards and 2 touchdowns.
Ooh.
Solid day for both guys. Bradley says, I like it. Bradley says, special teams surprises, question mark. I don't really need any more of those. I'm good. Can we just block up a punt return, maybe? And do it like old-fashioned style? I don't know. Call me crazy. Old school or whatever. How about we not just start whipping the ball around the yard on a punt return? Bradley says they lost one of their corners. I assume he's talking about Illinois. I haven't heard that one. So that seems worse, right? Is that bad?
Well, the starters weren't doing very good. You said with the low 60s on PFF grades?
Yeah, their corners are good.
Jeez. Yeah, let's. I don't know if that's where you want to test your depth, but good luck, Illini.
Bradley says, Downs and McDonald. I assume that's your microscopes. Those are both defensive players. All right. Trackside says Lorenzo Styles on defense is his microscope. Okay. That's a
Ain't go wrong there.
interesting pull. Lorenzo Styles. Junior, I hope. Bradley says Lorenzo needs it bad. He had a good game last week. Lorenzo actually did very well. He had a pass
Graded high.
He was
Graded real high.
Flying around. Yeah. Bradley says, I just want to share Minnesota has more AP poll natties than the team up north. Okay. Yeah. I know. Those 1930s trophies are probably collecting a lot of dust there in Minneapolis.
No, weren't they good in the... Didn't they do something in the 70s or 80s?
No.
Not a title. Not a
No
national
titles?
title. No.
I think they had a title in 61 or something like that, but maybe it was.
They were huge in the 30s.
Yeah.
Bradley says, dude from Buffalo. Help me.
Yeah, Josh Allen, he's a hell of a quarterback.
No, he says Marlock or something like that.
Oh.
We're just going.
Oh, for the Big Ten, stooge, I think. Someone was asking about
I don't even know who that is.
who could be the Feinbaum of the Big Ten. But if Feinbaum's getting fired, wouldn't that be a kick in the ass if the Big Ten Network hired him and all he did was suck off Ohio State and throw bombs at Bama and Georgia?
Turn heel.
He owned the South. The South would rise again. South would rise again.
He definitely would have
sure.
to move. He'd have to move.
Oh yeah. And he did just move. Recently.
He lives in Charlotte, right?
Lives in Charlotte, yeah.
I happen to be in Charlotte.
Right now?
Yeah.
Oh.
Actually outside of there, but yeah.
Ex-Mariner says, I did hear he's running for office, but not that he's been fired. That's what the headlines I'm seeing on Google, that Disney has said, no dice.
I thought it was all just rumor. I know he made a comment about it. He was asked a question, and he said, "Yeah, I might consider it."
That was like a week ago.
Yeah, but it seemed like an innocuous, question in an interview. There must be more smoke to it, I guess.
Maybe the mouse called him into the office.
They'd say Herb Street. I'd say Herb Street. He's pro Big Ten outside of Ohio State.
Oh yeah,
but
he's got odd affiliations, and definitely is not going to pump up Ohio State. So, is he really useful? I don't think.
And he's not giving up his national stuff. He's not going to give up his ESPN job or his Amazon job. to be a blowhard like Feinbaum. He's got too much going on right now.
I thought I saw him
I
delivering my
Dan
packages. I didn't know he was working
What
for
about
Amazon.
Dan Dockich?
I like Joe. I like it, Joe. I like what you just said there because that's the closest thing we would have. But we don't have.
You got to get him to focus on football, though. He's too scattered with basketball and everything else.
Well, he's a basketball coach, so I mean that's natural. But paychecks can waver anybody's thought process.
Well, yeah.
But Dockich, that's the type of mouth that you even need. Yeah. He's got his own radio show in Indianapolis there, so that it'd be the closest thing, the closest option I think to pseudo Feinbaum.
Right. So, all right, that's all I got. Great show, folks. We appreciate everybody joining us. As always, please like and subscribe. Hey, if you want to help out the show, visit thebuckeyecast.com. Get yourself a shirt. Everything's on sale. Save some money. Get yourself something. Buy somebody else something. Christmas is not that far away. Visit thebuckeyecast.com and
solid questions tonight. Solid chat.
Yeah. Solid chat. Yeah, I agree.
I love the name Trackside. I love that name. I'm a fan now. Go.
Yeah.
Appreciate you, Trackside. I love that. Love the handle.
All right. That's all I got for you tonight. As always, keep an eye out for your daily Buckeye Blitz. 10 to 15 minutes of Buckeye football every day in your ear holes. It'll be on YouTube as well, just no video. But Jeff and Shawn, appreciate you.
No time, brother. Anytime.
We'll talk to you later.